Okay guys, Judge Joe here. Welcome back to the bunker. Here we are on BBR42, the lockdown edition. This is the 5-round game with myself and my teammate Hambone. We are playing the Allies versus Pagan as the Axis. And Hambone will be playing Russia and UK. I am playing China, United States, and Anzacanarants, or whatever, the last three nations. Canada, Anzac, and France. So it should be a fun game. 5-round game, should be a short one. We are using BBR rules, so let's get going here. My purchases for United States. Oh, my tech, shocker, shocker, shipyards. So I have for $36, I have a carrier for 13, 2 destroyers for 7 each is 14, plus a sub for 5, and an artillery equaling 36. I have a fighter for 10 and an infantry for 3 is 13, and an air base for 15. So that's 25, 35, 45, 55, 60, and 1, 2, 3, 4. I had 70, then I used 6 for rolling dice for tech. So those are my purchases. So we are going to do an attack, and I'm going to, well, I was kind of seeing what I want to do there, so let me just go that. I was making sure everything could get to where I wanted it to get. So what we're going to do is we're going to take a transport, pick up an infantry and a dude, and go 1, 2, or actually 1, and go to Wake. With that, we're going to bring a plane from a carrier, 1, 2, 2 fighters from Hawaii, 1, 2, 3, air base, so they all have 2 spots to land, okay? And everything else is going to be non-combat. So let's take care of this. All right, so I've got 2 at 2 and 2 at 3. Right, versus 1 at 2 for Wake. So here are my infantry artillery support. My 3 fighters over Wake. Got it. And here we go. I need 1 hit. All the fighters missed. But I did get 1 from my whatever. All right, let's see what we got here is a rebuttal from Japan, and he missed. All right, so Wake is gone. It is back in the hands of the Americans where it should be. America and all that kind of stuff. All right, so we'll do that over there. So that actually takes away 1, 2, 3, 4, absolutely nothing. So never mind. So let's do some non-combat and I'll place pieces. So I'll let you know what the non-combat over here is in a second. So non-combat, I'm going to take 2 transports and a destroyer. Going to come 1, 2 down into here. This is no shocker. 2 infantry, an artillery, and a tank will be coming down here to Gibraltar. And 1, 2, 3, might as well bring the fighter, right? There's that. This infantry from central United States is going to step up to eastern United States. This bomber is going to go 1, 2 over to here. This bomber is going to para 1, 2, 3, 4. Is going to para 2 infantry into Honolulu. All right. 1 transport is going to bring 2 infantry as well. 1, 2. There. All right. So that's there. Now what ever to do with the rest? Take a chip off, putting a guy there just so I know that this was an infantry that I pulled off. That bomber is going to be there. So actually, you know what? All right, so anyways, well, let's do this. So we're gonna take the 2 planes, the 3 planes. I had 2 spots remaining. They're gonna go 1 into 31, 2 down into here. This fighter from Midway is gonna go 1, 2, 3 down to there. Got it? My carrier is gonna come into here. This carrier from 28 is going to go 1, 2, and these carriers are going to catch a couple planes. All right, then the fighter that was still in 28 is going to go 1, 2, 3. The 2 fighters from San Francisco will go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 because they have an air base. The tack that was left in 28 is going to go 1, 2. This tack will go 1. And then all the Navy, 1, 2, 3. Cruiser, 1, 2. Battleship Destroyer, 1, 2. Destroyer, 1. And 2 subs, 1. Will go into 30. You know what? We're also going to bring the Destroyer and the sub, 1, 2, 3. From San Francisco. So basically everything from San Francisco is coming except for 1 transport. And what we're going to do is we're going to place our pieces. I'm going to place a carrier there, 2 tacks. You know, I used to think that 2 tacks could not land on a carrier, and I have no idea why. My sub and 2 destroyers will land there. My artillery is going, and my infantry and my fighter are going to go into eastern United States, so I'll get my NO for putting at least 2 units there. And the air base, wonder where that's going to go. Right on Johnston Island. And I've spent my money. So let me double check here. So I still have a that. Yes, I moved that already. Oh, by the way, let me go ahead and mark this. This is a bomber para. There's a bomber para. So what I want to find out is, I can't do that. You want, rather than this infantry, I'm going to have a tank come down there with this transport. All right. So, let me make sure this is what I want to do, and then we'll go to the Chinese. So this is done. Don't want to do that, so we can go 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I think that's what we will do over here. All right, so at the end of the turn, US gets $70. 50, 60, 70. All right. Chris, I went through all the NOs. It's all the same. We all know that, guys. All right. Lost Philippines, so I get my 50 plus my 2 NOs for putting units there. Central United States, all the other islands, etc., etc. All right, so China. China is going to buy 3 infantry. Wait, let me make sure. Before I go to China officially, I can't move any of that. I place my pieces. Oh, I need to do a recap. Let's do a recap. So, U.S. recap. In the Eastern United States, 2 infantry, a AAA, 2 mechs, a fighter, and an artillery. Gibraltar, 2 infantry, tank, artillery, fighter, C-Zone 91, destroyer, 2 transports. Okay. Iceland, an infantry, as if he's ever getting used. Wake Island, I have infantry, artillery, C-Zone 31. I have a transport. Midway, I have an infantry. Hawaii Islands, I have a bomber transport. 1, 2, 3, 4 infantry, a AAA, and a tank. No, I am going to put that infantry back there. Sorry. Make that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 infantry. A bomber para. Transport in 26. In Johnson Islands, I have an infantry and 3 fighters on Johnson Island with an air base. In C-Zone 30, I have 2 loaded carriers with 2 fighters each. I have 2 battleships. I have 2 cruisers. I have 3 destroyers and 3 subs in 30. In San Francisco, I have a bomber, 2 infantry, a AAA, a mech, a tank, and artillery, a transport, carrier with 2 tacks, a sub, and 2 destroyers, Alaska, and infantry. Now, let's go to China. I got 12 bucks, buying 4 infantry. No attacks. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to drop a guy here in Kwai Chao. Drop 3 guys in Shenxi. My fighter's going to go to Shenxi. So what we have in China: Sichuan, 2 guys. Kwai Chao 1 in Shenxi. 3 cavalry. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 infantry, and a flying tiger. By the way, one of my colleagues I used to work with, her grandfather was one of the last surviving flying tigers, one of the last 6. He fortunately passed away a few years back, but I was fortunate enough to get to meet him, and I got some pretty cool stash. He was kind enough to give me a few autograph things, and I'll maybe show that on the next video. So at the end of my turn, U.S. is at 50. China is at 8. Is that right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, and we were on to Germany and Pagan. Let me make sure I got everything right here, guys, before I go off. I moved everything I can. I placed everything. Bomber para there. Dun, 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 dun. And I think we are good. You're up, Pagan.